Okay. Hi everyone, this is Ashish Kyal here. Welcome again to Elliott Wave News channel by Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul, a learning series by wavestrategy.com. And we are going to discuss about the markets. We are going to do the very well that we do always, the polling and lot of those things. We are going to look at the every aspect of where do we see Nifty going in the coming week. But before we start, a very important observations that I would like to share across with each one of you. This week had been crucial, and I clearly pointed out last week that I'm not sure where is Nifty headed, and that's what Nifty did. What was the closing of last Friday? Anyone remember the closing of last Friday? uh, Anyone remember the closing of last Friday? Every one of you, are you with me here? Okay, 11,250. Where is 11,200? Where is Nifty right now? Nifty is around that zone itself, right where it was. And last week I said, you asked me, what do I think? I said, I have no clue. It can go either direction. And it has still not jumped the wall. Any one of you every one of you who have been with me last Friday, you might have already, we might have talked about the levels. Do you remember the levels that we discussed last Friday? What was the levels that we derived here on this webinar Friday at 4 with uh, by looking at the charts? What were the levels? Anyone remember that? 11,300 was the level that we derived last Friday at 4, and 11,300 to 11,350. Where did Nifty touch high? In that zone exactly, and reverse from there. So that's like a bang on again. And if you have been following my webinar over past maybe 3, 4, 5 months, I don't know how long, you have been seeing every Friday we derive a level, and that works superb. It simply goes mind blowing, and that's what we are doing here. So the entire intention of this webinar is to empower the traders. I don't want to be dependent on me or anyone else. Empowering the traders is what we want to do. And apart from that, we had an amazing session of Master of Technical Analysis last weekend. It was simply fabulous, and I can see so many of you being there, and you have been sharing your charts on the traders forum. I'm going to share across that screen also with you. Along with that, it was simply superb the way 2 days have gone, and I am glad that we are also launched completely aktradinggurukul.com, which is a learning platform where you will see all across the videos, the webinars. Master of Trading Analysis is going to be uploaded soon there. We already have a lot of content going on that platform, so I'm going to share that also with you all before we move on further from here on. So give me some time and we are going to see that platform. But before we do that, I would like to tell you about how we are going to be learning the Master of Waves, which is going to happen on 22nd and 23rd of August. So this is the website. If you can see the screen here, 22nd, 23rd August is Master of Waves, where we are learning Neo Wave along with time cycle forecasting that I do. And you have seen how accurate those forecasts are most of the times. Not always, because it's a probability. And if you want to register, you can register. Simply visit wavestrategy.com, click on the banner, and you will be given all the information of how and what is about. And this is the page where you can go and register. The early bird is ongoing, which is going to be only till 10th of August. Post 10th August, the early bird ends. So you'll get all the details about Master of Waves session from this. I'm also glad to showcase you. This is the contest alert that I've been talking about. We do every expiry Nifty contest, and look at this, how amazing it has been. There has been more than 100 participants, 125 participants. What is thrilling experience for me, if you can probably see this, you can clearly go to Traders Forum and select contest over there. There is a thread there, and you will see all these information. What I found is that maximum the entire average of the guesses of 125 people came to around 11,254 on a Thursday, whereas Nifty closed way below that. And what was much more interesting was that the winner is Debashish Lahiri. He guessed very closely 11,103, and this was simply amazing. Nifty closed at 11,102 and he guessed it 103. And he had been with us for most of the webinars, and he has been one of the BMW attendees, the Become Market Wizard training modules that we do. The other three guests from Vikas, Nirav, and Anshul, they have been on the mentorship batch, either of the Feb or the June ongoing batch, and they guessed 11,100. So this was simply fabulous to get these people. Out of 5 guesses, 4 of them are from my training batch. No, I'm not rigging it. I did not tell them levels. Even if I do, markets are the ones that decide, right? So this is simply superb, and I'm glad that they are a part of the Gurukul that we have started a learning platform and the series. And this showcase that how it helps you in terms of getting that exact precise levels, and that clearly showcase out of 5, 4 are from the trading Gurukul that we are currently ongoing. So that's simply superb. Here is Devashish. He guessed it bang on. So that's a wonderful thing. And he has also written a beautiful, uh, amazing testimonial for us. So, yeah, I know it's going to be a little boring for you, but please, this is the testimonial, and I cannot stop myself from sharing it across with each one of you with the platform aktradinggurukul.wavestrategy.com. This is the platform, which is a new platform. You can go here. There is a free sign up. You can register there. There are certain modules at the top which you can clearly see. And these modules, there are free trainings, there are paid ones. You can go through these 2 hours of session. You can register for Friday at 4 webinar series, which will be hosted up here. There is Elliott Wave trainings, and that's amazing. So you can go here, and any feedback is appreciated. You can freely sign up, enroll for the course, and we have made it highly interactive, and the content is going to be enriched every other day. So our Master of Technical Analysis program, I've just uploaded one lesson right now, but this is a free preview lesson. You can even go and preview that. So don't worry about it. And we will be uploading it for the people who are attending the BMW sessions. They will be given access to a lot of content over here. So register for Master of Waves if you have not already done so. And apart from that, that's the website wavestrategy.com, and you have all the information there. So let's move on further to what we want to do with the markets. And before we move on, what is that we start with? Everyone remember, what do we start with when we start with this kind of things? What is the first thing that we look at? The polling. Exactly, we want to see what is, how the polling is. And okay, fantastic. So we will start with polling, and we are going to launch it now. What is the Nifty trend in the coming week? So here is the poll. By next Friday, you are bullish or bearish. What was the last time that we had this polling? What was the last time? What was the statistics last time that we had? Anyone wants to guess across what was the last time that we had the statistics? I think it was not neutral. It was 64% on the up and 36%, no, 36% on the up and 64% on the down. We even launched it on our Telegram channel, AK Trading Gurukul. That is a Telegram channel. If you have not already been there, join the Telegram channel. And we clearly saw that the Telegram was simply superb with AK Trading Gurukul. And we clearly saw the similar outcome on that channel also. So that was simply fabulous. And here is very interesting outcome. We are yet to get a lot of voting, but it is very interesting with the markets not going anywhere. I am not seeing a doji yet. Let's see, let everyone vote now, and we are going to see what is happening. So let's just wait and check. Let me give you a minute more in order to decide and how it is going to be. Okay. Very interesting. We are, any guesses, where do you think we are going to be this time as well? Where do you think we are going to be this time? And some people who are there on the YouTube live, this polling is happening on our platform on YouTube live. Probably you can simply write if you are bullish or bearish for next week. By next Friday you can do that, and do not forget to click that bell to subscribe on the YouTube channel that we have. So what is the view? What is the statistics you are assuming is going to be? This is interesting. This is very interesting. We are going to get into where our market's going to head. So what is the statistics? Nifty trend in the coming week. We have so far 37% on the upside and 63% on the downside. So it has not changed. This has not changed. It's very interesting. It is still remaining 36% and 64%. It is exactly the same we had last time. The same kind of statistics right now. is 36% to 64%. That's simply amazing. Such a stats that we are seeing right now, which is same as last time. So that's very interesting to see. Let me end the poll now and share across the results with each one of you. That's the results. You can see it on your screen right now. The results are 36% up and 64% down. Now that's going to be, we are at a very crucial juncture. Okay, so now let's move on and try to understand what we want to look at in the coming week. Where is the entire market headed? So, firstly, Nifty has actually managed to not cross the wall. Do you remember the wall that we discussed since past 1 month? You remember the wall that we have been talking about? Anyone remembers the wall that we have been talking about? The wall, the upper end of the range of that wall was 11,300 and 250 to 11,300 levels. Nifty just went there, just on the edge of the wall. In fact, I tweeted that also on my Twitter handle. Nifty is standing on the wall, just on the edge. It has to either cross above it or it will fall down further. So that same thing happened. It did not cross above that, and it just simply came down further from here. Even after it opened at 11,340 odd levels, it did not sustain there but came down. And we are at a very important closing today. A very important closing. I'm going to share it across with each one of you and show you why we are at such an important juncture on Nifty right now. Let me share across my screen. And this is one of the, okay, let me just, this is the screen that you can see. These are various indicators we derived on the Master of Technical Analysis program. We looked at various aspects. We looked at candlesticks. We looked at RSI, ROC, moving averages, so many things we are able to look at it. And it's a very important chart that you can see over here. Now let us try and see where are we and what is the key level that we need to keep a watch on in the coming week. So if you look at this upper trend line, are you able to see that chart? The upper trend line that I have drawn is somewhere around this zone, and that's the trend line. So can you tell me, in case Nifty reverses back on the upside, in case it reverses back on the upside, where is the resistance now on the Nifty? Can you tell me where is the resistance now on the Nifty if it reverses back on the upside? 11,450 to 11,500 is the zone. That is a crucial zone that we will see on the Nifty. And that's where we are going to be keeping a very close watch on, that where is Nifty going to be from here on. So that's the zone that we need to keep an eye on. That's the zone. Okay. Now, if you also understand, can you tell me where is the important support on Nifty? If you are looking at this specific chart, where do you think is the important support on the Nifty? Okay, 10,936 is one level that someone has pointed. 10,500 becomes way too behind. That's a far away level if you have to take a trade for next week. Absolutely, 10,950 to 10,980 is an important support. Are you with me? Are you with me? Can you see that thing? Can you see this moving average, which has been providing as a classic support to the prices? And that is coming around the zone of 10,950. Now, what average is that? Does not matter. Is it a 20 days or it's a 12 days or what kind of average? It is irrespective of that, because what is important for us is this average providing support to the prices? And yes, it is. So this is going to be a very important one, and it's coincidentally is a 20 days average, so it doesn't make much of a difference anyways. So are you with me? So that remains a very important support. And if Nifty breaks that support of 10,950 to 10,900 by next Friday on a weekly closing basis, it's going to be a very important support. 200 days DMA, I'm not sure, Sunil. We don't look at 200. It is a useless average for me because it just doesn't work that way. For me, what is important is the short-term averages that we are looking at, and not necessarily 20. And I'm sure the master of technical analysis people will be agreeing with me that why we are looking at these averages the way it works. Also, if you look at a 14 and a 23 period ROC right now, there is a negative divergence that I'm seeing on the charts. And that clearly indicates that the overall trend on the upside has definitely slowed down. However, this movement is looking like a classic wedge pattern. And we are right now at the lower end of that wedge trend line. Also, one important aspect is Nifty has retraced nearly 80% of the fall, whereas Bank Nifty is still not retraced more than 50% of the entire fall. Now, that's a very classic way of looking at what the markets are doing and why it is at a very important juncture. Because if it goes down, then things are going to be messy, and that's a very, very important sign. Also, I use cycles, and those cycles are not in the buy mode right now, so I'm going to be very skeptical for the upcoming move on Nifty for the coming week. We closed with the low being taken out over here. This candle has broken the low of the prior candle. I want you to tell me how many of you understand the bar technique we discussed in the MOTA. I'm sure a lot of you are there from that patch. Do you understand? So please type in. If you understand it, just type in Y or a yes, and I know you know what I'm talking about. Brilliant. So amazing. Great to see each one of you about the bar technique. And that bar technique clearly suggests if there is a not an up, at least a pause until we see a close above the prior day's high. So there is a pause. Fantastic. So many of you are there from the Master of Technical Analysis batch. It seems like that, and the mentorship batch, which is ongoing. That's simply fabulous. Okay, so it's going to be a pause, and let us also check what is happening on the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, the low of this week is at 11,027, which is today's low. If we break that low on a Monday, it's going to result into a first weekly breakdown on the downside. If you look at this chart, since about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 weeks, we have not seen a close below the prior week's low. There was an attempt by the formation of an outside candle, but not close. So by next Friday, if we break and close below 11,027, it's going to indicate definitely some correction is underway. But if on Monday or Tuesday we shall start showing a pullback and back above 11,150, 11,200, I'm sure you understand where are we going to head if we break out that level on the upside. So that's how Nifty is looking to me right now. And also it's lying at a very important channel support. From wave perspective, I am looking at this as the complete wave G, which is ongoing, and this wave G is already being developing something like an a very small pattern, which I'll just mark it here: A, B, C, D, and E. Here this can be possibly an F, or else the F is done and the G was minuscule, and we might head down, or the other alternative remains that this was F and we might see a G over here. So that's the two possible scenarios. I'm not confusing you, each one of you, but I'm saying that's the likelihood of scenario. So Monday is going to be the D day, which is going to decide where is Nifty headed from here on. And it's going to be very interesting for me to look at Nifty, Bank Nifty especially, and Reliance for sure, because Reliance Industries have been responsible for the majority of Nifty movement, and Reliance breaks the support. That's an early sign. But if Bank Nifty decides to probably screw up Nifty, no one can stop, even Reliance can't stop it. So Bank Nifty for me is a very important index, and you should keep a watch on Bank Nifty for yourself also. That's going to be a very interesting phenomenon that we are going to see. And from here on, let me take a few Q&As. Okay, Kapil, thank you for very much for the health, and he's doing better by the grace. SBI was good, yet it didn't show any great show on the chart. That's how it is, right? That's how the entire move happens. Reliance Communication hitting upper circuit over entire last fortnight, and from yesterday it has started hitting lower circuit. I have no clue. 70 days low first July 1, but no such deep low not came. I'm not looking at 70 days as of now. Yes, that is one of the cycle, but I'm looking at some other cycle which I'm going to be discussing much detail in the Master of Waves program over there. Okay, and Bank Nifty, you want to look at Bank Nifty. I think Bank Nifty is already at a very important juncture, and we will see how the Bank Nifty looks like on the chart. It's over here. If my chart is correct, we are exactly at that channel. Can you see the red channel? Every one of you, I'll just clear the screen. Bank Nifty, are you able to see the red channel over here? The Bank Nifty and the Bollinger Bands. This is a daily chart. And if my chart is correct, the Bank Nifty closing, can someone tell me what was the exact closing of today for Bank Nifty? What was the exact Bank Nifty closing for today? 21,640. Is that correct? And that is where Bank Nifty is lying. Can I say it is lying at a very important juncture? Can you clearly see series of divergence on Bank Nifty for sure? And that's an ATR. Ignore ATR for now, but we will be looking at what's happening. So Bank Nifty is moving within the Bollinger Bands, and it is now near the lower end of the band. And if it has to make or break it, it will be on a Monday or Tuesday. So Bank Nifty is lying at a make or break it scenario. And let's see if Bank Nifty can manage to sustain here or not. So same thing goes with Bank Nifty. I think we are at a very important juncture. And if we break down from here, it's going to be sharp, fast, and everyone is going to be catched by surprise. Probably not the ones who are seeing the webinars here, but the ones who have been simply looking at few stocks and buying at the higher levels will be taken by surprise. That's what my take is. So in a nutshell, in the coming week, Monday, Tuesday is going to be very important. You all know where the supports are, you all know where the resistance are, and I'm going to share across my views across the Twitter. So if you have not yet share like the Twitter, you can simply go here and I'll just share across. This is the Twitter channel, Twitter handle, and you can see a lot of these things. This is what Devang mentioned. I posted my analysis on Amrutanjan, and stock is up 7%. Thank you so much for making us understand certain rules and pattern in MOTA. It was fantastic. Now clearly you can see how MOTA has helped, and this MOTA will be available on the Trading Gurukul. So that's going to be really useful for if you want. You can just go here, aktradinggurukul.com. You can simply go there and sign up and get access to few of the things. Not everything is for you, but few of the things. So it's going to be very important. Markets can move very fast, and you need to be very quick in whatever trades or positions that you are taking. You have to be fast. If you miss that 1 hour of move, you are probably going to miss the trend. That's one. If you are on the wrong side of the move and you did not get out in that 1 hour, you are going to lose a lot of money. So market timing has never been so crucial than the past 2 or 3 months. In fact, you have to time the market to the very hour, which was not the case earlier. If you do not time the market to the very hour, at times to the very 15 minutes, if you don't time it, you are either missing out on the big trend on the upside or downside, or you are probably losing a lot than you were supposed to lose because of your stop losses. So it's a very important aspect that I have observed. Next important thing that I am looking at is the liquidity in the global market has been skyrocketed. Gold going up, silver up, global market, Nasdaq going like crazy, Nifty was up. It seems that it is not, definitely not fundamentals. It is simply liquidity driven, which is driving any and every asset class on the upside. And when the mania ends and when the music stops, what comes after that is a very dangerous scenario. I'm not a pessimist. I am the guy who is identifying opportunity. Whether it goes up or goes down, it should just trend. Wherever it goes, we want to make money in that direction, and that's what I do here. So I try to look at Elliott wave, Neo wave, cycle analysis, and time the market. That helps me with respect to the indicators that we have learned on MOTA. And I'm sure when the party ends, it's going to be a blunder, and that's when everyone is waiting when it's going to be. I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. So I'm the guy who is alerting here right now, but do not catch hold of me that I said you go bearish. No, the supports should break. And if the support break, don't stand in the way, rather ride the way all the way down if it breaks. So Monday will decide that. I will mention it in the morning research report that which are the crucial support or resistance levels and where you should be trading now. For today, the Nifty has closed in the bearish territory. Momentum from the broader market is yet to pick up, and we will be seeing pharma outperforming, That's what we discussed. And the pharma and IT sector outperformance is not a very promising sign for the overall market. Okay, that's fantastic. The low of 55-day cycle missed. Not yet. The cycle is in topping mode, and we are yet lot of time left for that low to kick in. I'll be mentioning that cycle in the morning research, the financial waves short-term update. That's it from my side, guys. Thank you very much. And I'm glad that the connectivity did not break. This is a learning platform. I'm not recommending any kind of a strategy here, and use it as a learning. It's a free webinar. And for anything, you can always get in touch with us on 99204 22202, or visit wavestrategy.com and the new website, or the portal, learning portal, aktradinggurukul.com. Hope this webinar helps, and do go and check the Twitter handle and the YouTube at the rate Kailashish. And for any queries, you can post it on the Traders Forum. So congrats, Debashish, again, and all the mentorship participants who made it at 11,100 on the expiry day. Fabulous guess, and you people made me proud that the mentorship MOTA and MOW is definitely heading somewhere that we I've been expecting it to be. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay inside.